Alright, back to work out here the next day. I glued this up. The weather stripping was pulled free from there to there, and it might take a couple of goes at it. And I ran out of adhesive, so if it doesn't hold, I'll clean it off and redo it. My adhesive was really old, but it's looking good. I'm going to do the same here. This is holding up. I ran the window open and closed a few times. This one isn't as bad. The weather strip's a little what happened was the weather strip was pulled in, the window was closed on it when it was wrapped in, and it kind of messed it up. So I'm just going to try and straighten it back out and re-glue it. So I'll leave it at that like that for 4 or 5 days, and I'll get some more weather strip adhesive and glue it. And I may have to re-glue the other side because that adhesive was old, but we'll see. If it holds up, I won't have to glue it. If it doesn't hold up, then I'll be re-gluing it. Yeah, none of this is, that's a big gap there because the top isn't latched, because, you know, I got all the trim off. It's at the chrome plater. And I pulled all the clamps off this. That looks pretty good. It seems pretty substantial. I gotta clean some of this up. I'll see if I can. That's just as hard as a rock, that stuff. The clamps popped right off because I'd put a little bit of grease on the pad of the clamps to keep them from sticking. So hopefully that, you know, just nowhere where it was glued, but I didn't want my clamp pad sticking to the glue. So anyway, that's glued up. So, you know, maybe in the future I'll make a little piece for here and glue that up, and this doesn't really matter. I can put the wheel back in there, and that was actually a good height for mowing the grass up north. This piece is in good too, so I'm gonna stick the outer piece on there, and first I'm gonna fit it, see if I need to cut any of the glue away, and then I'm gonna change the tip and glue it up. There you can get these in a package of 6 or in a box of 12. This is the one that this particular stuff requires. You can see how they are on the inside, so it mixes the glue up as it's coming out. So it says take this off and discard it. It's hard as a rock on the end there, so nothing's going to go through it. So I'll do that when I get ready to glue that on. Yeah, I was just trying to cut some of these nubbins off with the razor blade, and that's not happening. This stuff is really strong stuff. I mean, razor blade wouldn't even phase that, so I just kind of save myself some grinding or sanding or filing or whatever I got to do. But before I glue that other piece on the firewall, I wanted to cut this down just to kind of see if I need to add any glue anywhere. Well, I have the new tip on the gun, and so I thought I'd just kind of clean this up. I got a little oil there. I gotta wipe off some solvent, but I think that's gonna do all right. I think I'll add a little glue here and there, because I can just maybe a little bit here, and then I can take the Dremel and grind and cut and, you know, grind this, just kind of neaten it up so it looks a little better. But I think it's gonna, I think this mower deck maybe will be salvageable, but I'm still going to use that other one. I just don't want any issues up there up north with the mower. I want to be able to go up there and mow and not have to horse with this. But you can see these broke over the years. I've welded them up over the years. It's been a good little mower, you know, for its age. Lawnmowers don't last usually more than 8-10 years tops, so to have one from 1955, that's pretty darn good. That's just dirt there. I was wondering if that was a crack, but yeah, you can see how these go around. The one I'm getting has a couple here, a few here. some of the earliest ones, I think they had this was here. But it'll be a Cyclo-Mo-18 is what the deck is that I'll be getting. That's period correct for the engine, and you know, it'll look fine. I figured as long as I had the glue going, might as well fix that too. So I'm just fitting, I gotta fit this piece down in there, and I'm gonna glue this piece kind of there, and that way it'll, you know, help bond between the two by putting pieces like so and like so, you know, roughly. And then when it's all glued up and the glue is finished, I can put some you know, like epoxy type of filler or something in there, you know, like liquid nails or something, you know, or what JB Weld. I keep trying to think of that name of that stuff, but anyway, I could use something like that to rough it in, and then just a little body filler or something to finish it. But I think that'll work fine. I took the front rake off, the bolts came undone, didn't even break either one of the bolts, so that was kind of nice. And I can straighten this out, and in my brochure it shows this piece is red, but it looks like this piece was originally black. And brochures are often like art drawings and stuff, so they could have just made it easier to do it red, but we may do this. I don't know, it looks like there's red on it there. We'll see. I'll do a little more research, see what color this is supposed to be. But I just want to fix this up a little bit. You know, it's got some little bit of sentimental value to it. Well, I got a piece somewhat to where I think it'll work. You know, I put these pieces in here so it bonds between the two. You know, and then there's a bolt that holds that front rake on that'll go through that. I'll have to drill it, but yeah, just kind of, you know, cobble it up. I'll you know, I'll use something to fill in all these areas here, but at least that'll be a start. That is what most of the day was spent on, making that piece, and I'll finish all this stuff up nice so it looks good. The underside, you know, I probably won't put a lot of effort. I might smooth a little bit, but you don't see the underside. But the top side, I'll make it look like, you know, it never had any damage. I'll get these out. There's little Allen wrenches on the screws on the other side, so I can clean it all up. You know, I'll clean all this grease and dirt around where the engine was, and I bead blasted all this, and I'll finish cleaning it up in the blast cabinet after it's all, you know, pretty much all glued up, and then I'll start finishing it. But I just wanted to get this glued up while I had the glue going. I didn't see any point in just wasting one of these just to glue that little bit in there, which is in. And so the knockout, once that's painted, you won't know that that was an issue there. So I'm going to, looks really good. And I sealed all around the seams so it won't leak water. And we'll get this side, or this, you know, like I say, I would probably use a different mower deck, but I want to have this one, so if I ever want to just put the mower together to, you know, if I sell a place up north or something happens, or get a different mower, it'll be, you know, I can put the motor back on this and have it look like it was originally built. But for using it, yeah, I'll probably have to use this other deck I'm getting. But I did clean this up. You can see some of the black paint right there. So I'm really thinking that this was originally black, this front piece here. I obviously got to get another wheel, and I replaced this one. When I first got the mower, this one was broken, and this one was over here. So whatever, probably a rock or something hit, the blade probably caught something. This was like this when I got it from my grandpa, and it probably busted the wheel too, and it busted that corner of the deck. But yeah, I think it's going to be just Jim dandy. Get that filed out and sanded out, and little filler, it'll look good. I'm going to say that's it for this video. Yeah, sorry it's going to be a short video, but at least you get to see what's going on. I did get that final piece glued in the car, and so far the glue seems like it's, you know, holding up. I mean, I cranked that window, that little wing window, in and out a couple of good times there, and it seemed to hold, and the mower deck seems pretty substantial. So far the glue, I think, I hope it's going to do the job. Anyway, I'm going to call it a day. Sorry again, you know, that it's being a short video, but, you know, so be it. So if you like the video, definitely hit the like button. Share it, do whatever you have to get more views. It helps. And if you like my channel, enjoy my videos on the Galaxie restoration, want to see that Galaxie finished up, and even that old Cooper mower, subscribe to my channel by hitting that 348 engine icon that pops up there above my head. And again, thank you for watching my videos.